Foreign intervention to choose the next president. One of them wants to see instability here. Ranil and Sajith eye northeast estate votes. Itak is divided on which candidate to support. Sumanthiran likes both Sajith and AKD. Mavai wishes Ranil good luck. The war-affected say no to elections. Sirisena prepares for a storm in calmy seas. Namal tells North what he wouldn't give. MPs scrap to accommodate Kiriella's daughter. Sajith provides offices to all affiliates. How Sajith wooed Geetha. Ranil too faces trouble over rallies. A worrisome survey for Sajith. Accepting Geetha in place of Thalitha is the latest proverb. Ravi K assures victory in the north. All are big shots as long as they don't bear responsibility.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Foreign elements fighting to choose the next president. With the hardest-fought presidential election due in 6 days' time, the tussle seems to be between two main contenders, or at most, 3. All seem confused because at least 4 powerful candidates to reckon with are in the fray. Furthermore, critics finding the involvement of 2 international pressure groups makes it all the more unpredictable. Our country has become a hunting ground for world powers, they point out, with America wanting to see political instability in the island nation. It finds an ally in India, which however badly wants a stable government in Colombo since it has antagonized all its neighbors. China too is making similar interventions. These global forces will decide who our next president will be, say the critics. Though seemingly exaggerated, those fears cannot be rejected outright. The behaviour of political leadership in the northern and estate regions point to whom India lends its support. Mainly Tamil and Muslim votes too in the northeast and estates are crucial because the support of southern voters is deeply divided among the main contenders. As such, both Ranil Wickremesinghe and Sajith Premadasa are eyeing the Tamil parties to help them win the race. A statement issued by Itak went viral, especially among Sajith's supporters. It said the decision to support him has not changed. Following its central committee meeting in Vavuniya, its spokesman M.A. Sumanthiran said their support for Sajith was not divided. But Itak chairman Mavai Senathiraja rejected it, saying no official decision has been taken to support the SJB candidate. With him absent due to illness, Sivanyanam chaired the central committee meeting. He later said the proposal was adopted with majority support. However, party leader S. Sritharan wants to back the Tamil common candidate P. Arianethran. He was in London at the time to garner the diaspora support for his choice. Before departing, he sent a letter to the party secretary, reiterating his support for Arianethran and stressing that supporting a southern candidate should be on condition of a merged northeast and self-determination for Tamils under federalism. At the same time, Sumanthiran likes Anura Kumara Dissanayaka too, saying he will join forces with him for social reforms. In the meantime, Ranil visited Senathiraja at his Jaffna home, after which the Tamil leader told journalists that he expected the incumbent to win. That is on the basis that a new constitution is introduced within 3 months for a federal Sri Lanka to resolve the ethnic issue, said Senathiraja. On the following day, AKD told the northern voters not to go against their southern brethren. In the meantime, another leading Tamil party, the TNPF, is urging its people to boycott the election because they don't trust the Sinhalese presidents to resolve their issue. So, differences are clearly emerging in the largest Tamil party with regard to their choice of a candidate to support. By the way, Indian consul in Jaffna Sai Murali and his assistant Nagarajan met community groups and state officials in Mullaitivu and Kilinochchi. Those war-affected people told them that they won't get anything back by voting for any of the candidates. As such, reports reaching Leader TV indicate that neither Ranil or Sajith will find it easy to woo voters in the northeast. India is quite influential on the Tamil votes. Sirisena prepares for a storm in calmy seas. Various rumours are increasingly making rounds these days, with the Election Commission saying candidates themselves spread them to their favour. One is about a visit by a top Indian official to Jaffna to garner the TNA's support for Sajith. Another is about a candidate's contentious remark made at Udupidi recently. Namal Rajapaksa, too, toured Jaffna at the last weekend, where he steadfastly voiced opposition to granting police and land powers for the North. Questioned over the 13th Amendment, he said the first thing he would do if elected would be holding the provincial council polls. While giving foremost place to Buddhism, I will create a beautiful country in which Sinhalese, Tamils, Muslims and Burghers can live, Namal said. Meanwhile, Maithripala Sirisena is back in the public limelight, saying he is like the sea, calm before a storm. He is the president with the dubious record of having violated the constitution the most number of times. Anyway, his rule ended in a tragi-comedy, so keeping a watch on him won't go to waste. MPs scrapped to accommodate Kiriela's daughter. Sajith launched his campaign from a multi-storied building at Ward Place near Barella Junction, given to him by a businessman pal of his. Bearing number 88, it houses a number of offices and other facilities separately for affiliates of the SJB-led alliance, such as the SLFP Dayasiri faction, Hakim's SLMC, Digambaram's UPF, Allahaperuma's FPC, as well as for Patali and Ganeshan. Tilanga spends the entire day at his 7th-floor office, giving much strength to Sajith. Dayasiri accompanies the leader in his campaign trail. Sajith's top advisor, Lakshman Fonseca, frequents star-class hotels, mostly Taj Samudra's Colombo Club, where everything gets planned. These days, he is busy plotting to woo some key figures such as party leaders. Already he has tasted success in Geetha. The Leader TV reported that she left the launch of the People's Alliance with the trophy symbol because Ramesh had been named its general secretary. It is no secret the duo had been at loggerheads for some time. In the meantime, she had been having secret talks with Sajith, ably supported by Lucky, Madhuma Bandara, Dulles, and certain journalists. Sajith wanted her crossover to happen at a critical juncture. Following lengthy talks, she arrived on the 9th morning at Earl's Regency Hotel in Tenakumbura, Kandy. She was received by Kiriela's daughter Shamindrani. There, Geetha had a one-on-one with Sajith. You are the only one who has joined me with a portfolio. Many others are making inquiries. But they are not with unblemished political characters like you do. I will not accept anyone with corruption and fraud charges, the SJB leader said. So, Chamindrani was given the duty of bringing Geetha on stage to Sajith. It happened as planned at the rally at Katugastota, organised by Kiriela. That rally was not without trouble. MPs Mayantha, Yapa Bandara and Halim were among those who were not in the list of speakers. When journalists questioned him, Kiriela replied that none supported him in organising the rally. They did just nothing. Everything was done by Chamindrani, so she was given a speech. That's all, he said. Not just in the SJB, all other parties too, have troubles of a similar nature. It was so at Ranil's Kurunagala rallies on the 10th too. Ranil planned to have rallies in Kurunagala, Kuliapitia and Yapahua. That had to be changed because Sajith had one in Kuliapitia on the same day, and AKD booked the grounds in Kurunagala, chosen by Ranil. Shanta Bandara proposed shifting it to Naramala, but Akila argued against it, saying he was organising one there a week later. In the end, rallies were held in Yapahua and Naramala, but without much success. Akila didn't attend and organised a separate event at Aslia Hotel in Kurunagala. So internal clashes continued despite the oncoming presidential polls, with all focusing on the general election that will follow. A worrisome survey for Sajith. Some UNP big shots went to the Flower Road campaign office and met Ranil to further discuss their plans. Wajira noted a new proverbial saying that has now become much more popular. When inquired, he said it goes as accepting Geetha in place of Thalitha. Krishan Theodore joined in with another one. Elder brother is unwell, but the grandpa still runs. Ranil listened in with a smile but didn't comment. Ruan said the campaign is becoming more and more successful with increasing praise for Ranil on Facebook. Ranil remarked that most remain silent. but a majority of youths have good intelligence. They don't like political rallies much, he said. When Minusha raised it, Ranil rejected rumours that cabinet approval had not been obtained for the pay hike for state sector employees. Showing statistics, Sagala Ratnayaka said they should woo around 1.6 million party supporters who voted for Sajith in 2019 but abstained in 2020. Sirikotha Executive Director Shamal said they had a special programme targeting them. Wajira said latest reports place him above the NPP, with Sajith going downhill by the day. It will be easy to pass 50% if the remaining days focus on the floating votes, he said. Ravi K said the North and East can be won with a big majority. Before departing, Ranil told them not to be lethargic and to visit the people and raise awareness that the country can be built. The UNP is concentrating its efforts on winning back its supporters, whom it lost during past elections. Former Minister Achala Jagoda says thousands of traditional UNP supporters have assured support for their leader. A survey of personal meetings and over the phone has confirmed it, he said. On Tuesday, Ranil attended rallies in Kilinochchi, Medawachia and Panduwasnawara. In Medawachia, he was seen wearing a hat normally worn by the working-class people. He told the rally that it was gifted to him by an elderly Tamil lady in Kilinochchi for his having given food, medicines, fertiliser and life for the people. In the afternoon he arrived a bit late at a meeting with businessmen and intellectuals in Kurunegala. There, he was asked to comment about the NPP. A compass uses a magnet to give directions. If the magnet goes wrong, a wrong direction is shown. That's what has happened now, Ranil observed. He chats with shop workers as he walks to the venues of rallies after alighting from the car. The youth are very keen on taking selfies with him. Maybe all these are planned in advance. Akila told him during a rally that he is the crush of many lasses these days, with selfies taken with them going viral on Facebook. Another post that is going viral has the tagline of "All are big shots as long as they don't bear responsibility." By Dr. Gajendra Lianarachchi, it has a picture of Gota, AKD and Sajith. The post impresses on the job of the next president. With the country now out of the 2022 darkness, that should continue towards economic stability and normalcy in public life. Maintaining and increasing foreign reserves are essential to keep the rupee stable. With debt repayment due to start in 2028, increasing reserves can be done easily. Lianarachchi goes on with his explanation with figures. It ends by insinuating that only Ranil can do it. Ranil's camp stresses the need for all to make a wise decision. The normally emotional political stage has now become logical. The big question is, where do the people stand? Hopefully, they choose the candidate who takes them to the target. That's it for today.
The Leader දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම